What the hell happened to you two? Hello, friends and enemies. It has been a long minute since we've taken a look at a My Hero Academia toy. And to prepare for the review, I've got my cup of coffee, something I'm sure this guy partakes in quite frequently. So since this is a newer figure from McFarlane Toys, we see a change in the packaging, and also, if I'm not mistaken, a change in the quality. Even just being inside the package, it looks a lot nicer than the previous My Hero toys we've seen from McFarlane. A really pleasant blue background that accentuates the figure even though he's all in black. Just to compare, I've got this unopened Todoroki toy. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'll get around to it eventually. So you can see the change in packaging, and actually there's a pretty substantial change in packaging here. I think the blue background makes the figure pop a lot more, as opposed to this just overall yellowy orange color scheme they've got going in the old packaging. And also on the old packaging we had a character illustration from the show, and in this packaging we have an image of the character as the toy. A lot more comic booky design elements on the newer packaging. On the back it's just a singular figure of the toy, but on the old one we had a character illustration and other figures in the wave, but not showing us what those figures actually look like, showing us the characters. Yeah, this packaging is greatly improved. I guess they decided to step up their game for the My Hero toys once they realized they were popular? I don't know. But you see, even if we get a closer look, the quality is so much better. Even without taking these out, I can tell that Aizawa looks a lot better than Todoroki. Very interesting. So he might look a little weird with the rest of the My Hero figures because he's actually good. I don't mean to smack talk McFarlane Toys. They usually do excellent work. Just their My Hero toys were not great. So without any further ado, let's open this bad boy up. It does not matter which way I go at this because I'm not going to keep the packaging. Oh, my fingers are so weak. Ow. I mean, let's be real. Every part of me is weak. I do like that blue background, but I like the color blue. Can you tell? We'll go ahead and rip this stand out. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy. He should be pretty simple just to pop out. We'll get his scarf first. Ooh, it's rubbery. That feels nice. His alternate head. And oh, he's got a little thingy around the middle. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is quite the step up from the previous figures that we saw in this line. It actually looks really good. I don't want to use the word shocked because that seems a little overkill, but I am surprised. Even just the face looks great. I mean, it's clean. You've got clear delineations between lines. Tiny, tiny blood vessels in his eyes. Tiny scar. His scraggly beard. His hair looks amazing. Man, how luscious. There's a little bit of weird shininess on top here, but that's not much of a problem. And the way they sculpted the folds of the clothes to line up with these joints is pretty cool too. I mean, look at that. More shininess here. That's weird. Though his calves look pretty small. Like, if his knees are here, his knees should be here, right? But it's a concession I'm willing to make for posability, and I'm sure other people are too. And it doesn't look so weird when he's just standing there. What's interesting is that it feels like to me that this is not the body. There is a secondary body underneath this shirt. The shirt itself is made of a rubbery material. You can kind of see it give way a little bit, and there's a body underneath. It's very cool. Just for a quick comparison, let's compare McFarlane's earlier Kirishima to this new Aizawa. Yeah. Definite improvement. But now I'm bummed out that this Kirishima looks so bad. He's my favorite character, and I don't even want to show this figure anywhere. Oh well. Aizawa's cool too. Aizawa is a character who is tired all the time and just over everyone's nonsense. And they really captured that look here, which I appreciate, as someone who is also tired all the time and over everyone's nonsense. Let's head into articulation. With this scarf in the way, there's not too much you can do with his head. A little bit of tilt. Some rotation, and I'm sure once we move this scarf we'll see more movement in the head. As for the shoulders, is that a butterfly joint? A pretty limited one, but I think that's a butterfly joint. And I like that we keep the squareness of the shoulders here rather than it just being body, arm, straight down. We've got a little bit more mass here and it looks really good. Swivel at the bicep, double elbow. Looks a little awkward when you do that. Let's look at this body. How many times has that been said about Aizawa? I don't want to know the answer to that question. Crunch! It's just fascinating to me that this is a whole different piece. There actually might be two pieces. This looks like a secondary piece that is positioned underneath this piece, and then underneath all that is the body. It's a lot more than I was expecting from this. Go back. Not too far. Nice range on the legs. Arc back, arc forward, and you can adjust the thigh a little bit to get more movement. Now to these nubby knees. Single pin knee, rotation on the ankle, along with a rocker. I'm gonna get a look at him without this scarf. There we go. Underneath the scarf, he's got this little collar. I imagine most people are going to be keeping the scarf on because it's part of his whole deal. Let's see if we can get more movement out of his head. Down, up. Nope, just about the same movement. Okay, so for his quirk head, we've got this alternate scarf, and I'm not sure which way it's meant to go on him. That might be right. It's a little difficult to get the head on with the scarf in the way. And he doesn't come with any alternate hands, but these hands are positioned to be holding on to the scarf. And so this is when he's using his quirk, erasing other people's quirks. I don't know why his hair has to go up when he does that, though. As I touched on before, this alternate scarf is made of a really soft, rubbery material that feels really nice. And the sculpting on that is pretty great. A lot of overlapping strips of fabric, some with negative space in between, some without. Though I have to say that I am a fan of his normal look. It's just the hair, man. I don't know if Aizawa's hair is meant to look unkempt and unwashed, but honestly, it just looks fabulous. See if he'll fit on a stand. All right. If you saw my reviews for the McFarlane, Deku, and Kirishima, you saw that we had trouble with the stands for those, but Aizawa fits nicely on his stand. Kudos to whoever overhauled. Get it? Overhaul? He's a character in the... Kudos to whoever overhauled the My Hero Academia McFarlane line, because this is a vast improvement. For size comparison, we're going to whip out Deku. Oh no. Oh no, baby, your quirk things are falling. Get those back on there. These are starting to feel a little brittle. I haven't had this for that long. Yeah, these older ones are just rife with problems. This one's head keeps falling off, and I had a commenter who said that they had the same problem of their Deku's head just keeps falling off. The stand does not want to hold him. The more I look at this figure, the more I hate this one. It's a real shame. I wonder if they're going to re-release them and make them better. It's just kind of a shame to have to do it over again, you know? It's so wasteful. Honestly, mini rant incoming. I really hate this current climate of, well, we didn't do this thing right in the first place, or it wasn't as good as we wanted it, or we got something wrong, so let's just scrap the whole thing and do it all over again. Just do it right in the first place. So wasteful, so many resources, so much money being poured into things that you could have just gotten right in the first place. We're not talking small mistakes. We're talking huge productions, movies, manufacturing, whatever. It's insane. I mean, there's already enough going on in the world, but then you have to remake Suicide Squad again? Okay, I'm sorry. Just had to get that out. So yeah, Aizawa doesn't really fit in very nicely with these two other figures just because he looks so much better. Oh boy. Well, I guess that means that I would definitely recommend this figure, which is a first. I haven't recommended any of the other McFarlane figures. So on that note, I will find a nice place to put Aizawa and a place far in the back somewhere for these other two. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. Comments, likes, and subscribes are much appreciated, and a sincere thank you to those of you who already are subscribers. I'll see you guys on the next one. Coffee.